she's staring at me. It's making this a little creepy. Do you have something to say? Say before. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I should take my yeah. Because no one was in the area, area, whatever. No one was in the area. World, your world is my world, and my fight is your fight. And my breath is your breath, and my heart. And I'm loving it. I even texted a friend who I've had as a friend on like Instagram and stuff since like back in the beginning of my like book talk days, and was like, "You read this book a couple years ago, right? Because I'm 25% in, and I need to talk." Hi, hello, welcome back, Lucas Besties, to another video. As you can see by today's title, we're just doing a little weekly vlog, getting back into the routine of things. I have been on overtime at work for the last like month, and I'm tired. I'm kind of feeling the burnout from the corporate job creeping up on me, and I have definitely been depending on reading for the month of April, considering I have finished 11 books in the month of April, and only 3 of those have been manga. So that means the other 8 books that I've read have been full length novels. So that really just tells you how much in a reading mood I am. And so I have a stack of books here. Now I'm gonna try and get through this week. I know I'm not gonna read all of these. I know that's kind of impossible. I don't like. I'm just. This is kind of what I'm in the mood for. What I've been eyeing, trying to get through a little bit of my TBR. Like that's all this really is. So come along with me for the week. Um, like I said, we're gonna try and get back into the routine of things after being on overtime for a month, getting back to sleeping in and getting a little bit more rest before work, and things like that. So with that being said, let's talk about the books that I hope to get to this week. You're gonna see this in my 48-hour pageathon video. I'm kind of burnt out. I kind of burnt myself out on it. It's totally my fault because I tried to force myself to stay up and read when I knew I should have been sleeping, and kind of burnt myself out on it, which is my fault. It was my mistake, but it's fine. We know for next time. Um, don't set my expectations too high and don't try to force myself to read. Although I'm in a reading mood and this was like the perfect weekend for me, I pushed myself a little bit too much, trying to make myself like I forced myself to stay up this morning, only for me not to read a single page. But yeah, I started this there. I'm going to get through a bit more of it in that video, so I won't be 44 pages in when I start reading this later on in the video, literally tomorrow probably. But I won't be this far in. I'm planning on trying to finish this within the next couple of days. Like this should be a quick, easy 1, 2, 3 read. Then I have the Sunbarrow Trials, which me and my 2 best friends pick a book every month, and we picked the Sunbarrow Trials for the month of April. If this drags into May, it drags into May, but we'll see. We really want to try and read Fury Bound together in May, but if that doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I got the first volume of Attack on Titan Omnibus because I want to get back into Attack on Titan. I finished the manga, but I mean, no, I finished the anime, but I never finished the manga of this. And so I definitely want to try and finish the manga this time around. I really enjoyed the show. It was really good. It made me sob a million and one times over and over again. And it's one of my favorite animes of all time, along with Jujutsu Kaisen. If you know me, you know anything about me, you know I love Jujutsu Kaisen, but this is probably first, and then Jujutsu Kaisen just because I like the storyline of this, like the whole plot line of this is so good. So I definitely want to try and read all 3 volumes of this week, which will definitely take me closer to 20 books finished for the month. And that's kind of my goal, low key, but you didn't hear that from me. Another one that I'm gonna kind of start and take my time with this week is City of Seven Sinners because I have been eyeing this for a really long time. I first thought that I was going to kind of read this in a weekend, but no, I want to take my time with this because I will be tabbing this book all the way through. So that's gonna take me a bit longer to get through it, but this is definitely one that I don't mind taking my time to get through and willing to tab the whole book all the way through. Um, I do need to get back around to doing that for book one, but that's for later down the line. But definitely want to try and start this book. This is actually like one of my main priorities for this week. And then I have Insatiable by Lee Rivers. This isn't my main priority because next week's video is going to be trying to get through my April TBR. I have yet to read any books off of my April TBR. I'm hoping to at least read one in this video. If it's Insatiable, it's Insatiable. But if it's not, it's not. I'm not like too worried about it. But I definitely want to try and get through at least 3 to 4 books off of my TBR this month because I've been failing the previous months. Defy the Night because I am going to immersive read this with the audiobook because I have been loving an audiobook and physical read at the same time. Like, yeah, sometimes I won't read the physical book while I'm listening to the audiobook, but I did a bit of that while reading my most recent audiobook, and that was Throne of Glass. I did a bit of immersive read with that where I would pick up the book and just sit and read along while listening, and I loved it. I already knew I would love immersive reading, so I don't know why it's taking me so long to really try and like stick to it. But I want to start here because I love Bridget Kimmerer's Warrior Princess Assassin, which I read in like January of this year, and so I wanted to read more of her YA because this is where she first started. And so I'm starting here because I've heard more good things about this series than her Beauty and the Beast retelling series. And another audiobook that I plan on getting to because I also have this from Libby along with Defy the Night is Our Violent Ends, which again is on my TBR for the month and the continuation of the series. Spoiler alert for my May TBR video that I probably will film today. Um, I'm going to focus on sequels for the month of May because I am starting so many series in the month of April. I have started so many series overall this year when I was already in the middle of 24. I think currently with me starting the Mortal Instruments and another series I just started, it will put me at 26. Plus, I have one, two, three, four. Yeah, one, two, three, four more starts of series here in this pile that I just talked about. So that's gonna be a thing in May where we read as many sequels as we can in May. It's gonna be a sequels month. My whole TBR is gonna be sequels. And like I said, I'm probably gonna film that today. So, but yeah, welcome to the vlog. I'm sorry this was a bit of a longer intro, but I had a lot to say and a lot I need to get across to you. Like I said, I did burn myself out for the 48-hour readathon, so I'm kind of avoiding reading. And I may end up cutting my video that I'm recording a little short. Um, but the other thing I want to do is finish the more City of Bones, and then once I finish City of Bones, I'll be like, I'm done. I'm gonna read for my own enjoyment at this point, and then go from there. But yeah, that's the intro. Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to getting back into a routine and mood reading and enjoying life much as we can with the other things that I have going on with my car and everything. But hello. Welcome. I had to call out of work today because our car isn't working and I couldn't get an Uber or Lyft because no one was in the area. Area. Area? Whatever. No one was in the area. So I had to call out of work. But we're about to go to the dealership and see if we can get a car. While we're at the dealership, I did start a book on my iPad last night. It's the third book in the Dance with My Demon series by I don't know her name. Hold on. You're gonna see the light that I was sitting in front of, but it's fine. This is what my ring light looks like, by the way. If you haven't watched my 48-hour Pageathon video, this is what my ring light looks like. I struggled with putting this together for like solid like 15 minutes. Um, so appreciate the hard work I put into putting that together. It wasn't complicated at all. Like if I could go back in time and redo it all over again, it's really not that complicated. I'm just stupid. Um, Steph Mack is the third book, like I said, in the Deaths of My Demon series. I kind of looking want to see if I can finish it because there will only be one book left, and it'll be like the third series that I finish this year, which isn't a lot. I thought I would make more progress being 4 months into the year, but I digress. I digress. So yeah, that's that. I did record my May TBR yesterday, so I do have that recorded, and that can go up at any point in time in the next like week or so. So there's that. But yes, I'm on chapter 5 of this. So while we're at the dealership, I'm kind of just be reading that. Hopefully, no smart scenes happen, and nobody's like, "What are you reading?" And I'll be like, I'll be like, "I'm just reading a fantasy book. So Beauty and the Beast retelling." Yeah. So yeah, I thought about bringing Carval, but I think it's just better if I just bring my iPad. So I'm just gonna be my iPad. But hi, welcome to day one of the vlog officially. I filmed the intro yesterday. Just so you know, I did end up finishing City of Bones yesterday, so I now have finished 12 books this month, and we're only on the 20th. So, and Ravage is only 293 pages, so there's potential for me to also finish that today, and I'll be book 13. Can I finish 20 books this month? We'll see. So, it's been a day. It's been an eventful day. But I can't say it has been a good day because we got a car. We sure did. We sure did. We got a car. I'm super excited that we have a vehicle that we can skirt around in. She's staring at me. It's making us a little creepy. Do you have something to say? Okay. Say woof woof. Yeah. All right. Um. Yeah, we have a car, so that's good. But I have reading updates because I finished a book. I'm about to read another book, and I'm gonna clean that corner up over there while I listen to another book. There's about to be a lot of reading going on over the next like hour or so. So I'm probably gonna lay it down at like officially 11 o'clock, like turn the lights off and everything at like 11 o'clock, and like that's it for the night. But I finished Ravage by Steph Mecca, which is the third book in the Dance with My Demon series. What I might even do is this weekend coming up, read book 4 to finish the series off, like finish it off the end of this month or the beginning of next month to have another series checked off that I finished, and it'll be one that I started and finished in the in the year of 2026, not the month, but the year of 2026. I read the first one at the end of January. It is now April, and I can say that I am almost finished with it. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna make me feel good about myself because looking at all of the books that I have started, book series that I have started this month, let's not talk about it. Let's not. We really don't need to talk about it. But I did finish it. I gave it like a 3.5. It was okay. I like book 2 better. Seeing the plot thicken in this. Wow. I thought it couldn't get worse, and then it got worse. I am a little bit bored with it because it feels like we're just going through the same thing over and over and over and over again. So I'm kind of excited that I only have the last book left. It is the longest book in the series, but I still fly through these because they're just so entertaining. Like they're kind of trash, like but not like in like a 1 star trashy way. It's more like it's kind of a bit unbelievable way. Now we're talking about literal like 18-year-olds. Like some of them are barely legal, to be honest. But here we are. But anyways, I went to the library today. I showed a little bit of that, and I had three books that I placed on hold ready for, oh, two books that I had on hold ready for pickup. So if you don't know, I like Mel reads, and she recently read Game of Thrones. So you know what that means? I'm gonna read Game of Thrones. It is a little bit wild considering I have another stack of four other library books that I have. Oh, absolutely. Am I probably gonna not get into all of those in my stack over there? Oh, absolutely. But am I still going to like prioritize this over those? Oh, absolutely. I also, because of Mel, watching her go through One Piece, I'm starting my One Piece reading again. I actually finished the East Blue Saga a couple years ago, but never finished, like, continued on with the manga. And I watched a few episodes from what I read of the manga of the anime, but never continued on with it. But watching her enjoy it as much as she's been enjoying it made me want to go back to it. So here we are. I already mentioned that I was going to be placing Black Clover on hold for a while, just because I'm not really interested in it, and there's so many other manga series that I really, really want to read. Like I want to do my reread of Jujutsu Kaisen because I need more Jujutsu Kaisen in my life again. I've actually already started rewatching the anime. But that's a different story for a different day. So we're gonna get to this, but I have another manga. I have Attack on Titan over here. I'm actually about to sit down and read the first volume in here. Um, because as I mentioned in the intro, I have watched the whole anime for this, but I have never finished a manga for this. So I'm going to do that. And I have also decided that I'm going to treat these as individual. So each time I read a volume, I'm going to mark that volume that corresponds with the volume that I just read as read. Because it only seems fitting. Um, does that feel like cheating? No. But also, I feel like it's only fair that I count the book that I read in one sitting as one book. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I should be able to count this as one big book because I'm not going to read this in one sitting. I'm really not. Especially with how dark and traumatizing this series is. Who do you think I am? But yes, I'm about to sit down and read volume one of this because I've actually been eyeing it, but also because mangas are very short. And also to put in perspective, I'm trying to strive for 20 books for the month. I'm at 13. And we still have 10 days left of the month. So there is potential for me to actually finish 20 plus books in a month, which is going to make my wrap up very, very long. So I'm sorry. But also from my library, I got The Nightingale because starting on Sunday, next Sunday, the 26th through the 4th, I'm going to try and read my TBR for the month. Like whatever books I haven't read by then, I'm going to try and read them. Which is pretty much probably my whole TBR. Um, but who knows? We'll see what I get through this week. Move. But when I'm after I finish reading volume one of Attack on Titan, I'm actually gonna start like officially start my um immersive read of The Feather Knight. I'm gonna sit and read the first couple of chapters of this with the audiobook and then clean up the corner that I mentioned earlier over there because it looks atrocious and it's gonna bother me until I clean it. Um, so yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the night. Like I said, it's like 9:50. It's gonna take me like 30 minutes to get through this maybe, and then I'll listen to get like 30 minutes of the audiobook, a little bit more than that. But yeah, that's all I have. The latest I want to be laying it down is 11:30. I don't have to be to work till 8 these days again, so that makes me feel so much better. I don't have to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, 5:30 in the morning getting ready to leave my house to go to work. That was torture. That was awful. That was, I don't recommend. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave you with that info, and I'm gonna read volume one of Attack on Titan. I'm so excited. I know it's gonna break my heart because the manga broke my heart. I mean, the anime. I know the manga is gonna break my heart just as much. So there will be tears shed in later volumes. So do with that what you will. I am about to cook dinner. I feel weird with my tripod in here, but part of the reason I wanted my tripod in here is so I can get B-roll like this of like the whole kitchen, so you can see it when I'm in here doing 5 different things, and the mic because I'm about to run water. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like I'm doing like 5 million things right now. It's kind of crazy. Um, doo, doo, doo. But yes, I'm about to cook dinner for the house. Kind of nosy. Not really. I cook dinner all the time for them. At least once a week. I want to try doing it like 3 times a week. Just depends on how tired I am. But I want to start doing it more. I'm also about to wash dishes because like most of our silverware is sitting over here dirty. I don't have very many. I don't have very many reading updates for you. Um, I haven't done the most reading this week. I have read my I have read like I'm supposed to read out of Attack on Titan, and all I have left is Volume 3 to read tonight when I sit down to read after I finish cooking dinner and everything. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm going to listen to Defy the Night as I cook and do dishes. Um, because I actually have 2 audiobooks out on Libby right now, and they're both due back like on the same day, I believe. So I'm trying to get both of them. I think I have like 11 days with both of them. So I want to go ahead and finish this and then get started to finish up on the other book. Hopefully, because one of them, the other audiobook that I have is on my TBR for the month, and because I read the first one via audiobook, I'm gonna obviously read the second one via audiobook. That's Our Violent Ends. Um, so there's that. I'm also need to film my annotate with me video that I'm supposed to be filming. And I don't know whether I'm gonna do that tonight or if I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Because technically the annotate with me only will take me like an hour. Like I sit down and annotate for an hour and then maybe like an hour to add in like little subtitles that I do at the beginning of the video and some music. Some musical. Um so that's what I have planned video wise. I did have my video go up today with no thumbnail. I'm on a track record of not having my videos go up with a thumbnail lately. It's kind of making me angry, but I'm doing it to myself. Like this is no one's fault but my own. Like truly. Um, so I like literally can't fault anybody for it but myself. But it's still like why? I'm also cooking my lunch for tomorrow because I'm gonna take ramen and dumplings for my lunch at work tomorrow. So yay! Um, there's something else I needed and I don't know what it was. What do I need for this? I just need ground beef, milk, and water. Okay. Let me got the milk out the refrigerator. I cooked some pasta last night, so I went and got this like half a gallon of milk. And I was also gonna probably cook this today, so that was fun. But yes, I don't have like I said, I don't have very many reading updates. But I wanted to kind of give you like what I have so far. I definitely still need to work on getting into a routine. So maybe we can do another one of these like the first week of April, because next week's video was trying to get through my April TBR because I have not read a single book off that TBR yet. And it's very diverse. It's kind of crazy. I think it's one of my most diverse TBRs a little bit in terms of I have a sci-fi, I have a dark romance, I have a continuation of a series, and so on and so forth on it. I have a historical fiction on it. I feel like it's my most diverse TBR I've had yet, especially looking at my May TBR, which I filmed on Sunday. Yeah, that one literally is literally nothing but continuations of series. So be prepared to be sick of me while I continue and or finish series in the month of May. That's my main goal because come the beginning of June or like midway through June, I am going to do like a every series that I'm in the middle of like a series update with you guys, and I want to be able to say that I finished more than just a 3 or 4 series that I finished by that point. Because I think at this point I'm only sitting at 2 finish series for this year and one DNF series. So I want to try and get through more series so I can say that I finished them or caught up with them. So I definitely, that's my main goal for me. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get started on cooking because it's gonna take me a second. It's already after 6. I'm probably gonna be in here till about 7:30, and then once I finish, I'll take a shower and then we'll hop on it. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna film the annotate with me tonight or tomorrow, but I think I should probably go ahead and do it tonight, edit it, and get it over with. Cause I can go to bed at like midnight. It's not really a problem. So I'll probably do it tonight. But let me cook. I'm also gonna take this sweater off because I'm hot. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I should take my yeah. All right. I should have seen that coming. Word. Hi, besties. It's actually almost 8 o'clock and 7:50, and I'm technically just not finishing up with everything in here. Took me a little longer than I thought it was, but I also got distracted a little bit by my brother, so that took me a little bit longer, but it's fine because I'm not technically done. Like dinner is technically done. I have rolls in the dinner and rolls in the dinner. I have rolls in the oven to go with dinner, and I have my ramen for lunch with dumplings in there. But I've come to give you an update about the book I'm reading because I was only on chapter 7 when we got here and started this. I'm now on chapter 15. And let's just say things have gotten interesting. Okay. Um there have been reveals, there have been plot twists, and I am quite shocked. I should have seen it coming because typically in YA this is a like common trope, and even in some of the more like upper like new adult and like adult books, this is a common theme. So I wasn't really, but I didn't also didn't know what I was going into expecting this. I literally didn't read the synopsis till I was already like 5 or 6 chapters in. So I didn't really know what I was getting into when I started listening to this, and I'm loving it. I even texted a friend who I've had as a friend on like Instagram and stuff since like back in the beginning of my like book talk days, and was like, "You read this book a couple years ago, right? Because I'm 25% in and I need to talk. I'm now 30% in, right? Yeah, 32% in, 4 hours in, and I still have 8 hours to go, but I'm listening on 1.8 speed. I think I can speed that up a little bit though. I've been trying to see if I can listen to more audiobooks on like 2 times speed, and I think I can because I did not realize how fast I read. But also, they say the more you read, the faster you read. And I have been reading so much that I think I've gotten faster at reading. At first, with the way I haven't been reading, I thought I was slumping. I'm not slumping with the way I want to eat this book up. Like, I truly, desperately want to go sit down and do nothing but read this book for the rest of the night. But I did decide to do my annotate with me. I'm gonna film that in a little bit. Um, but I had to talk to you because I'm enjoying this so much. So in this book, you were following Tessa. In this world, there has befallen a sickness, and there is a cure for it. But the cure is hard to come by if you aren't in the royal sector. Like if you're not in the royal sector, there's a very low chance of you ever seeing the cure, ever getting the cure, and there are people dying out here every day from this sickness. And Tessa, her parents used to have smugglers go get one of the ingredients that is inside the royal sector to make the cure for this sickness. And so Tessa herself actually does it too. And so now she is illegally stealing this ingredient for the mixture and healing people when things kind of start going awry, and thoughts and talk of a revolution or rebellion start coming up. And Tessa realizes that maybe to fix things, we need to break things and rebuild first. I'm enjoying this so much. I forgot, like, I read Warrior Princess Assassin in January, I believe it was. I forgot how good her writing is. I thought it was going to be different, and it is. And tone is very different because Warrior Princess Assassin is very dark. Whereas this is a little bit dark, but not as dark as like the adult book. Okay, get out. But yes, I'm absolutely devouring this book. I cannot believe it took me this long to read it. This has been on my radar for so long. I thought about getting book 2 at the library because I went to the library today because I had City of Ashes ready for pickup. So we might actually get to that in this vlog. We'll see what actually happens. But there's potential for me to sit and read this over the weekend or even today, tomorrow, and Friday. This is on Friday night. Because I don't want to do now is read it. It's just so good. It's so good. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. But I should have known after the way I enjoyed that one. So I might get to book 2 in May, which would fit because I'm trying to read a bunch of sequels in May. So reading the sequel to this after finishing it towards the end of April would be like perfect timing, I believe. So yeah, that's all I have for you. I just had to come talk to you about it because I'm enjoying it so much. Like I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I am. It's maybe shaping up to be a 5 star. 5 star series. I don't know if book 1 would be a 5 star in itself, but it's gonna shape up to be a 5 star series. I can already feel it. And you know it's bad when I go look up the book on TikTok to watch other people talk about how good it is. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up in here and then go shower and film my annotate with me, and then we'll go from there. But I had to talk about this because Yeah, Bridget Kimmerer might be an auto my author for me because if I'm gonna rate this highly, that would be two books I rated highly from her, which is kind of crazy. So maybe this is my sign. Maybe this is my sign. I'm coming to you with updates because as soon as I get home, I'm literally cleaning up while listening to my audiobook and then sitting down to do reading sprints by myself and just other stuff for the rest of the weekend because I want to read this weekend. Like, I really want to read. I haven't read as much as I wanted to this week, and I'm trying to create a routine for myself. But every day this week, I have not come straight home from work after picking my mom picks me up from work. I have not been coming home and doing, yeah. But I do have updates for you. That's not like nothing major, but I have some small ones. So let's talk about the ones that I do have. This morning, as you saw, I started listening to more of the Friday Night. I didn't listen to any of this yesterday. That's because my main focus was trying to finish Volume 3 of Attack on Titan because I didn't read it Wednesday night. So I read that. We'll get to that in a second. But I did start listening to this morning. I think I'm going to listen to it a little bit more on the way to work because I'm just really enjoying it. I want more. I want to see where our characters are going. I want to see where the plot is going. I want to see how the story moves. I'm just so entranced by Bridget Kimmerer's writing. And I made a TikTok about this last night that I need to make a short form content to post on Instagram and YouTube about this book because I'm just enjoying it so much. Like, I'm so deeply invested in whatever is going to happen to these characters in this book. And that's hard to do for me because I'm very much a character person. Like, if your characters aren't interesting enough and the story isn't interesting enough, like if I feel like your characters don't fit into the story you're writing, I will not like the book. I'm a very big character driven person, but I'm also like a plot driven person. But I'm also the person who, like I said, if your characters don't seem like they fit into the plot of this, I'm not interested. And the characters fit, and I'm loving it. So I think part of the reason that I feel like I've been slumping is Carval. I picked this up thinking I was in the mood for it. I am most definitely not in the mood for it, so I'm gonna put it down for now and I'll get back to it when I'm more ready for it. I'm not gonna DNF it. I'm not gonna take it off my currently reading list. I'm gonna continue to read it. It's just not gonna be my main priority. It'll just kind of be going on in the background, and I'll pick it up occasionally. Like I said, I'm doing sprints all weekend, so I'm still hoping to get it finished this weekend. I just hope it doesn't ruin my reading experience. So we'll see how it goes. I did read volume 3 and this last night. And luckily, the Omnibus Volume 2 was at the library already for me, waiting for me, so I could go get that on like my first break of today because I have two of them, and get that and maybe read volume 4 during lunch. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I'll read volume 4 during lunch because I do want to start reading One Piece. And on my iPad and I don't want to move my iPad, but that's back there for me to start. So what I'm planning on doing is reading an omnibus version of this, and then reading an omnibus version of One Piece, and then back to Attack on Titan, and then back to One Piece, and then back and forth. I'm gonna finish this long before I ever finish One Piece because One Piece is so long, but it'll keep the momentum going where I won't get tired of binging either series at the moment. Plus, I do need to read more of Attack on Fiction, so that's also in the cards for May. So be on the lookout for that too. But yes, I did finish this and I'm gonna pick up the Omnibus Volume 2 today while I on break. And last but not least, I think that's the last little small update I have for you. I'm starting the Stolen Air because I made my annotation system for this last night, and it made me realize that I'm actually kind of low key wanting to read this. I miss Jude. I miss the world of Elfame. I know this isn't following Jude and Garden, but I want to see Oak Story and then Ren because we saw a little bitty tiny piece of her in the Cruel Prince, if I remember correctly. And so I'm ready to finally dive into this. This is on my TBR for a month, and I have that video that I'm starting literally after this video. So maybe I'll finish this in this video. If I don't, it'll definitely get finished in my next video where I attempt to read my TBR for the last 4 days of the month, which isn't going to happen. I know it's not, but I want to try and at least read 3 out of the 6 books on my TBR, technically 7 books, because of my buddy read I do with my friends every month. I still need to read that as well, and I want to get that done before April's over with. But I'm starting this. I'm taking it to work with me. I'm actually super excited about this. I'm kind of nervous because I don't know what's going to entail, and I feel like I have my expectations a little too high, but I also just know I like Holly Black's writing and I like being in the world of Elfame, so maybe it won't be too bad. We'll see. I don't know. I'm a little scared, but it's finally time to stop putting it off. I've had this book since it came out, and I have yet to read it, and it came out like 3 years ago. So it's time to put my big boy pants on and read it. But yes, I'm about to go to work. I will see you guys later. I don't know if I'll talk to you later at all or not, but I definitely will see you guys later when I get home and I start listening to my audiobook and clean. And then after that, I do have a video I need to edit because it's going up on Sunday, and I have another video I need to film this weekend just so that can go up like next week. But I can do that anytime this weekend since I'm off. I usually reserve my weekends for like recording my sit down and talk videos. So we'll see what happens. But yes, those are my updates that I have for you. is actually on or not, but it's raining outside. It's raining outside. I don't know whether I want to show you out my window or out my front door. We're gonna go to my front door because I think that's just better. But it's raining outside. Do you know that means it's like the perfect reading weather? It's raining. It's pouring. Y'all hear the beautiful rain sounds? Yeah, it's really time to hunker down and do nothing but read and watch BookTube. Hi guys, welcome to the end of the vlog. Welcome to whatever this was. This was supposed to be like a get back on track, create a new routine for myself kind of vlog. That didn't happen. We didn't really create a routine for myself. Nothing. We didn't even really read that much this week, which I'm not really mad about because in the whole month of March, I mean, no porn April. In the whole month of April, I'm almost close to finishing 20 books, which by the time we end April, I think I'll hit 20 books. I don't know if it's gonna happen again. Um, it may happen again though, but I'm not built to be reading 20 books a month. I'm not built to be reading like 15 plus books a month, but here we are. I'm sitting at like 16, 17 books right now. And I'm not mad. Like, I'm really not upset about it. I just want to slow back down in May with my reading a little bit after going so hard and on reading this month. But who knows? May be the same thing because I'm just in a reading mood. I think I'm falling back in love with reading the same way I did back in like 2021 when I first got back into it during like the quarantine era. So maybe it's a good thing. I don't know yet. Haven't decided on that yet because I did fall out of love with reading for a little while there, which is why I was periodically in and out of reading slumps. But now I feel like I just want to, like, I read. Like, March, I read 11 books. This month, I read like however many I've read this month. So I definitely think I'm falling back in love with reading like I used to. And that is bringing back a little spark in me. So maybe it's a good thing. No, it is a good thing because I need a bit of a spark. You know what I'm saying? But in this vlog, we finished The Final Night, which I ended up giving like a 4.5. I cannot, and I mean cannot wait to go and try and get book 2 at my library because, oh baby, I want to try and read that in April. Because I mean in May, because I just enjoyed the book that freaking much, dude. Like, I did not know what I was getting myself into when I started that book. I was just like, I want to read it because I really enjoyed Warrior Princess Assassin. And boy, I love Bridget Kimmer's writing. It's just phenomenal. I'm a little nervous to go back to like her first series, which is like Beauty and the Beast retelling kind of series, I think. Which I didn't go with that one because I was reading a Beauty and the Beast retelling like a couple weeks ago when I saw Defy the Night at my library. So I was like, I don't want to read two at once, but I am going to read Defend the Dawn, which is the follow-up book to that soon. I'm not pulling out any of the books I'm talking about because I'm just a little bit too lazy. So editing me, I'm sorry, I'm putting you through a little bit of pressure by making you put them up on the screen because it's gonna be up on the screen the whole time I'm talking about it. And another book that I read was Omnibus Volume 1 of Attack on Titan. Editing me, do your thing, you know. I read that. Really excited about it. I'm actually kind of upset because I did end up going to the library yesterday, because they had it on hold, but they had the wrong volume on hold. They gave me 10, 11, 12, and this is not where I'm at all. I'm only on 4, 5, and 6, so I can't even read this. And I don't even really know why I brought it home with me when I should have taken it back when I realized it was the wrong volume of what I was supposed to be getting. But I digress. It's here now. I'm not gonna read it because I'm not even there yet. I still have like 6 other volumes I need to read before I can even get to that one. I need to read 6, 7, 8. No, I need to read 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 before I ever get to that. So I wasted my time. And then we started One Piece, which is the next manga that I'm really gonna be honing in on. I'm gonna go between One Piece and Attack on Titan and A Side of Affection, but I'm almost caught up with The Side of Affection to everything that's currently out in the US. So I'm gonna have to find a way to read that online somewhere because I need more. I need all of it. I need like every single piece of it that I can get because that's literally my like new favorite like romance manga of all time. What do you mean? It's so good. And I just, yeah. Um did I read anything else in this vlog? I don't know. We got a new car in this vlog. I cleaned my room in this vlog. I edited it in this vlog, which by the way, you've already seen a video with it, but I'm starting to use CapCut for videos, and I'm so excited. I don't think I understand. Like, to put it into perspective, this is me. I literally edited my TBR video, which you've already seen. It went up on Sunday, so a couple of days ago from when you're seeing this. But like, I had so much fun editing this. Oh, great. Yeah, no, I literally had so much fun editing this. Trying to find the other one that I did see. Editing me is gonna have to put up all the pictures like this because I'm not holding the books. Yeah, editing me is gonna like hate me who's recording right now, but it's fine. It's really fine. No one cares. Um, there's also this one that I think is hilarious. And put up this prompt. You'll have seen, like I said, you have seen this, but if you haven't seen this, with the map. Book with the map at the sequel. Yeah, I'm having way too much fun. No one should allow me to have this much fun with editing, but now that I have discovered CapCut, oh, it's over with. It's game over. I'm about to have the time of my life editing my videos. So I'm probably actually gonna start editing this video tonight or tomorrow night. This will be like my like bedtime activity where I just sit and edit until like fall asleep or something. But let's see on this vlog. We didn't get too much reading done, but my next reading vlog is literally me reading through my TBR for April. So I'm excited. I'm a little scared because I only have the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and the 30th. I literally have 5 days left and I have 6 books to read. Can we do it? I don't know, but that's also going to put me, if I do it, that's going to put me over 20 books for the month of April for my wrap up that I have to film next Saturday. Yikes. Um, So buckle up for that video. This is a long one. I already know it is because I have so many clips in this. I've taken so many clips. I have definitely slowed down the last couple of days because I know this is going to be a long one. But thank you for watching. If you made it this far into the vlog, um, I definitely had fun filming this week. Like I feel like this is one of my more relaxed, easygoing vlogs and I just had fun filming. So, with that being said, I will see you all in my next video. I hope you have a great day, evening, night, morning, afternoon, and whatever the part of the world you are having it in. Down below, as always, is my Instagram, Fable, and my Goodreads for you to check out if you would like. Also, we are like at 90 subscribers. We're like 10, 11 or something away from 100 subscribers, which just isn't computing in my brain right now. But when we get there, prepare for me to be like, ah, okay, cool, great. I will see you guys in my next one. Good.